The most outrageous fan of all time. Let's get it.
Cup final. Games tied 0-0. You're awarded a penalty in the dying minutes. A goal. This has to be the most embarrassing Oregon.
Bro, I watched the game. This is the most embarrassing player ever. And I feel like he was the best player in the whole tournament, but the most embarrassing player in that final. Most embarrassing. Panenka!
You're in a Continental Cup final. Games tied 0-0. You're awarded a penalty in the dying minutes. A goal would surely win a tournament held in your own backyard. So, what's the obvious play here? If your answer was try to score, brother, you'd be incorrect. A Panenka. A Panenka. You are not Zinedine Zidane. Did he learn nothing from Kun Aguero? Senegal or Panenka? You are not.
I'm not Zinedine Zidane's time, so I don't remember this. But bro, he tried to be Zinedine Zidane.
A Panenka.
I saw this, bro. I was supporting Senegal, but there's no way, bro. Panenka. They didn't deserve to win. But that bro's Panenkering. He didn't want it. Panenka. You want to secure a title and you do a Panenka. You want to do a calm, cool, or a gamble. That you got what you deserve.
A Panenka. You are not.
Let me see Zinedine Zidane. He hit the crossbar and went in.
Did he learn nothing from Kun Aguero? Senegal are champions of Africa for only the second time in their history. The second time in only 3 competitions too. This is indeed what you call a golden age. Congratulations to Sadio Mane. After his team left the pitch in protest, he got them all back and they won big.
Sadio Mane, he's the best football player in the world. I don't know why people...
Sadio Mane, he's the best football player in the world. Sadio Mane.
But why are you laughing for?
I just heard word that Donald Trump is en route to Saudi Arabia to hand him both the FIFA Peace Prize and Nobel Peace Prize that Maria Machado gave him on Friday. World Peace Trump is en route to Saudi Arabia to hand him both the FIFA Peace Prize and Nobel Peace Prize that Maria Machado gave him.
Are they going to hand over to Sadio Mane? Okay.
Friday. The World Cup is going to be fun, isn't it? Let's not get off topic here. What on earth was Brahim Diaz thinking? I truly hope he has the strongest security detail.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Bro, average Morocco catching Diaz in the streets. That's what I'm saying, bro. Bro better not get a Pablo Escobar moment where they shoot him dead. I hope bro's okay, bro. Bro should catch his first flight to Madrid right now. First flight to Madrid right now. He should catch his first flight to Madrid.
Brought him out of the country. The man may need to go back to being Spanish. At the very least, he'll be returning to a more positive, stable environment with Real Madrid. Hopefully he doesn't think Xabi Alonso will be there to console him. Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. I'm Tinashe, welcome back. I am in awe of what we've all just witnessed. A 15-minute delay for a penalty kick in the dying minutes of a Continental Cup final.
Yeah,
Some of the most outrageous refereeing I've ever seen in my entire life. Players leaving the pitch in protest thanks to this crazy refereeing, only for those same players to post stories about this injustice while sitting in the changing room, while the clock is still ticking, and then return to the pitch and lift the trophy. Ladies and gentlemen,
that's crazy.
AFCON.
That's AFCON. I told you, only happens in Africa. That only happens in Africa.
You haven't. Now, I didn't really cover this tournament on this channel, obviously, because South Africa went out early, and no, that's not the reason. It's just lots of life stuff's got in the way, working on longer videos, working on a new format for the podcast, so you can watch out for that. And I was supposed to get a cabinet delivered last week, still hasn't come, so there's an echo in this video. Apologies for that. But we are here. Senegal are the winners, despite Morocco coming into this tournament having not won it for 5 decades, being the host and also ranked #1 on the continent. You'd think they had a lot to prove here.
They were the favorites. They were the favorites.
If ever the stars were aligned for them to come out and win big, it was right now. And they were good enough in this tournament with some really good results, getting them all the way to the final. 2-0 against Cameroon, 3-0 against Zambia. They were taken to deep waters by Nigeria in the semi-final. A penalty win thanks to a goalkeeper that apparently turns into prime Lev Yashin when he dons national colors. Yassine Bono was marvelous. Goalkeeper of the tournament by far, completely deserved. Senegal, I would say, also had a great story in the lead up to this final. I think that they showed a bit more fight, a bit more edge than Morocco did in the lead up. I think that's fair to say. Multiple times they went behind only to fight their way back and get the result that they needed. It happened against Congo.
Bro, Papi Gay, bro, that's a gem, bro. I never knew him before this AFCON, but Pop Gay is so tough. That's an upcoming star. If he's not already old, I don't know his age, but that's a footballer. That's a player. That's an unrecognized player that deserves his props. Pop Gay.
That happened against Sudan. Against Egypt, who just can't seem to get the better of Senegal when it matters, were again knocked out by them. But all of that is just fluff in this story right now, because now we get to the final, where I would say Senegal, in a way, also fought back. The final itself was like many other finals of high-level contests. Two teams, both of them with some incredible firepower, incredible defensive capabilities, but just playing quite cautiously so as not to let the opposition get a little bit of an edge, because these games always come down to very fine margins. So it was very high tempo, very little time on the ball for anybody. I think Senegal probably had the better opportunities overall throughout the first 90 minutes. Well, I guess it was like 90 plus 24. What is that? Quick maths.
124. Oh.
Both teams had their
I'm retarded. I said 124. Fuck. 114.
chances. Both keepers needed to be alert. Again, Bono is just...
Wait, it's not 104. Or 24. 140. Yeah, 114, my bad.
Incredible. The saves he was making were just unreal. It was always that sort of game that was going to be decided by something extraordinary. And we got that. Yeah, we definitely got that. 92nd minute. Senegal win a corner and score. Only
This
for the
ref,
goal
bro.
to be disallowed for a push on...
I feel like the ref had a Morocco jersey underneath, because there was no way this was allowed. You can't call foul on this. Then when you go there, you call the same thing. That's crazy. That's soft. Like, you called every soft foul in the book.
Hakimi. And you know what? I'm going to be real with you. It looks like any other push that's happened on any other corner in the entirety of professional football. Not that, most of those other pushes aren't necessarily fouls. It's just that they're usually never given. So it's always strange when they are. That makes sense? Seconds later, Morocco win a corner which was won after it looked like they were offsides in the build-up play to it. And from that corner, they win a penalty. Pandemonium. Senegal fans begin clashing with the match security. Senegal's coach orders his team off the pitch. Players are back in the changing room.
I didn't see that they were posting.
Posting stories on social media while the clock is still ticking. The funniest thing about this is that this is Ibrahim Mbaye, born in France. Mother is Moroccan, father is Senegalese. You can't make this stuff up. I've never seen anything like this before.
I think I've seen him on FIFA. A FIFA game. 16-year-old Ibrahim Mbaye, shown in Wednesday friendly match, German. 2024, he was 16, so he's 17. Ibrahim Mbaye is 17. Let me check. There's no way bro's 17. There's no way bro's 17. Go. There's no way bro's 17. Ibrahim Mbaye. Ooh! 17-year-old. That's crazy. Playing for Senegal. That's crazy. That's crazy. In all 6 matches, he had 1 goal. That's crazy. Ibrahim Mbaye. Crazy.
Father is Senegalese. You can't make this stuff up. I've never seen anything like this before. I don't think any of us have seen anything close to this before. This is the final of a continental competition. Do you guys understand this? It's extremely unprofessional.
But he's 17 and he's a kid. He's 17 years old. He was probably 16 in the last 3 months. He's a kid. I understand. He's still living childhood. He's a kid.
By Senegal in front of the entire world watching, so it's not a good look for African football. I got to tell you that much, but I get it. Before this match, just about every single one of Morocco's opponents, even some of the teams that they didn't play, were complaining, saying that, some teams were being shortchanged in favor of the hosts. From VAR decisions going Morocco's way in an instant, when several decisions for opponents were refused and weren't even being shown on TV. Last-minute refereeing changes have been questioned. It's all-round insanity. Calls like this one where Brian Mbeumo of Cameroon gets taken out.
I was so pissed because Mbeumo is a Man U player and a Man U fan. I was like, there's no way the ref didn't give that. That was crazy. That Mbeumo penalty was crazy. And he's looking at him. He's looking
it's all
at
around
him.
insanity. Calls like this one where Brian Cameroon gets taken out, but no call is given, happened more than once. According to Ishmael Jacobs, Senegal fullback, the elements were working against them in the background, saying he said it's no coincidence that 3 Senegalese players fell suddenly ill at match time. He never went into the details when asked what he meant. Instead, he opted to say, quote, "You'll find out." Not saying any of this is true. I mean, who can? These are very serious accusations that you can't be throwing around without any proof. And I know we always joke about AFCON being the craziest tournament out there and this stuff happens and that stuff happens, but all of this is unprecedented. We had a team walk off in the middle of a final. This is insane. I truly can't believe it. But you know what?
I know people are gonna look at it as unprofessional, stuff like that. But it was entertaining to me. I enjoyed it. That's something that would happen in Africa. Like it's shocking because it's unprecedented, but it's expected because it's in Africa. I wouldn't expect it in overseas than Africa. Honestly.
I do get the emotive response by the Senegalese camp, if they do truly believe all of this is true. And if I were a Senegalese, I know that I would be absolutely livid when it comes to all the calls that were made at the end of the game. I was already a little bit annoyed just being a neutral, again, because things like the push that led to Senegal's goal being disallowed, they happen all the time. And then the penalty given right after it did seem a little bit soft. And then you add on the referee looking like he's smiling and laughing when talking to some of the Moroccan players while he's making his decision at the end. It's not a good look. Yeah. Again, none of us can prove any of this stuff, and I would like to err a bit on the side of let's give it the benefit of the doubt, but it just doesn't.
I can't give the benefit of the doubt.
And then we get to the moment that will keep Diaz up.
He's a dumbass. This nigga's retarded. Never wear a Moroccan jersey ever again, bro. There's no way you can play for your country after what you did, bro. Panenka. Deadass. You play for Real Madrid and try to be Zinedine Zidane.
Very late at night for the rest of his life. Sadio Mane gets his boys back on the pitch after a lengthy negotiation, and Diaz steps up to the plate. You know, there are a lot of people out there that legitimately think that Brahim Diaz missed this penalty on purpose because either Morocco made some sort of shady deal with Senegal. I don't know how that works.
Bro, how can you miss a penalty so bad that people think that you missed on purpose? He missed a penalty so bad that people thought he missed on purpose.
Or maybe he was ashamed at how poorly the referee officiated this match, or perhaps how badly some of the Moroccan fans and ball boys were acting. Lots of clips of Morocco fans being disruptive. Now, I know it's usually the loud minority of any given population or fan base that give the majority a really bad name. Whenever you hear things like, I hate Manchester United fans, or I hate Arsenal fans, or Barcelona fans, or whatever. Those people are typically just talking about those unhinged people on the internet or, God forbid, in real life. It's not a representation of everybody. But because that's the only thing that people see, it's what they associate people with.
I promise you, when it comes to Morocco, I know that I hate Manchester, I hate Arsenal. It's just the majority. But when it comes to Morocco, everyone in Africa hates Morocco, bro. I promise you. It's not just the majority, it's everyone.
It's called stereotyping. Don't do it. However, you see goalkeepers continually getting their towels stolen. Also, by the way, the towel stealing, those were ball boys, not fans. This was clearly organized from a higher level, and we know this to be true because the players were doing it too. Here's Saibari trying to block Senegal's backup goalkeeper from getting Mendy his towel. Honestly, what in the world is he doing? Does he not realize he looks very foolish doing this? Here's Achraf Hakimi throwing Edouard's Mendy towel away during a scuffle. I saw someone say that Hakimi
crying, but he'll be fine. The loss was in his Only Premier League fans would say this.
Wouldn't be worried about this loss as it's in his mother's name, which, I mean...
That's funny as fuck. That was funny as fuck.
Obviously, this towel stealing is just very strange behavior, but with all the rain pouring, it's wet, so they're just trying to distract the goalkeeper. But another reason that I kept hearing about is quite an interesting one. The Moroccan players believe that the Senegalese players, or at least the other African nation players, because it's happened in the Nigeria match too, they believe that they were doing black magic with the towels, which, I mean, look, here's the thing. Even if...
That's dumb, because they were getting multiple towels. It wasn't just one. It was multiple. It was multiple towels. You can't... It was multiple towels.
Why don't the Moroccans just do it themselves? They can do black magic too. There's nothing in the rule book that says you can't use black magic too. The more likely reason, until proven otherwise, is that they are just rage baiters and sore losers. Every Moroccan fan has them to blame right now because the world now sees them as incredibly petty. Also, I feel like this needs saying because a lot of the negativity has been pointed towards Morocco. Senegal didn't paint themselves in glory either. Remember the incident with their fans? Remember the walking out? All of this is bad. At the same time,
even though everything Senegal did was a reaction, it still put a bad light to Africa. Even though it's a reaction. It's unfortunate, but it did.
It can be bad at the same time. Also, by the way, Morocco won the... At the same time, all of this can be bad at the same time. Also, by the way, Morocco won the Fair Play Award for the tournament. This is
How is Morocco winning the Fair Play Award?
An award that's just given to the team that has the least number of yellow cards, so it's not anything to do with the fans or what some people might think. But it's still quite funny if you contrast that with ball boys tackling as miss on purpose for any reason whatsoever. It's pretty simple. He wanted to embarrass Senegal, and unfortunately, it just did not go the way he planned.
That's what I'm saying. Bro wanted to embarrass them with the Panenka. Stop that foolish talking of he missed on purpose.